My name's Rachaele. I'm from North Tonawanda and I'm 16.
My life before MST was a little hectic and crazy. Rachaele was out of control. She did not follow the house rules. She decided that she could do what she felt like it when she felt like it.
I wasn't going to school at the time. I did get bullied a lot. I would skip and I would ditch and I wouldn't listen to my mom.
We fought constantly. My house was destroyed.
I would basically just do whatever I want. Didn't care what my mom had to say about it.
She was leaving a lot in the middle of the night and Jessica didn't really know where she was going.
I tried going the natural routes of grounding, trying to keep her in the house, and she'd just sneak out.
Jessica really felt like she lost control of Rachaele and she really wanted to gain that control back of her. And that's through our work at MST, we helped her regain that control back.
MST is multisystemic therapy. It is a therapy that is evidence-based that we use with the families. It follows an analytical model.
The Department of Social Services continues to support MST because it works. We've been doing MST with Catholic Charities for 20 years.
One of the ways that we do engage families is coming to them.
I have 2 other children, so my house gets a little hectic. Did it around my schedule and what was easiest for me.
We also have 24/7 on-call, and we really feel that families are the experts when it comes to their children and their own families, and we're the expert in behaviors. So we look at it as a great partnership.
When I think of MST, I think of help with knowledge, I guess, giving you the knowledge and tools that you need to be a successful parent with a child that has, behavioral needs.
We were able to target Rachaele's behavior at every level. We were able to do it on a school level, on a community level, and a home level.
My MST counselor, she told me that the decisions that I was making, they weren't just affecting me, they were affecting everybody else around me. She gave me a lot of advice and she gave me tools that would help me.
It wasn't sugar-coated to either me or Rachaele. It was straightforward honesty.
We would talk about the things that could possibly happen, like at school or like outside of school, that might trigger me into making bad decisions.
She was able to get into another school, because she knew as well as I did that she wasn't going to be a productive member of society if she stayed in the school that she was in.
When I went to the high school before MST, I literally had a 14 average. I never went to school. And now I have all these skills and tools that I know how to use now because of MST and my counselor. I'm doing really good in school. I have high 80s and 90s. I have a job now.
It not only keeps families together, but it saves the taxpayers a lot of money. One child placed in residential placement can cost $100,000 a year. It's been one of the more successful preventive programs that I've been involved with in the last 32 years here at the department. This has stayed the test of time.
I recommended MST to parents that I know that were going through what I had went through because I knew that MST worked.
If I didn't have the counseling that I did and the tools that I was given, I would either be in a hospital or a detention center.
The difference is that we're healed. I guess that's the best thing is we were broken and I thought beyond repair. I was able to put us back together because of the tools that I got. We've gone through a lot and we've come out on top, and MST has helped us along the way.
Well, my story begins with coming here for counseling, and the counselor recommended Project Hope would be a good match for me. The guidance of Project Hope leads you into independency, more confidence for yourself.
Project Hope is a care coordination project in the community. We provide linkage, support, and advocacy for individuals that are 60 years of age or older with a mental health diagnosis. The acronym Helping Older People Excel, it's really about that. Mark has mental health issues.
I have issues with power and territory type things, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. I was not aware of what I was doing. Part of my learning disability, I have what's called an oratorial hearing problem. I'll hear what you say, then it gets scrambled like a bad radio station, but it's not what you said. It's how I interpret it, which can get me into a lot of trouble.
We do have a grant that allows for people with medical needs to be transported. Mark's got multiple health issues.
I have a 3-sword blade problem. What's good for a diabetic might not be good for Crohn's disease. What's good for Crohn's might not be good for my kidneys.
For Mark, his main hurdles were just reaching out and letting other people know his social needs and making sure he was doing it in an appropriate way. Getting out, just out of the house, for him is an important thing. He is using a wheelchair now, so just being able to find places that accept that.
Project Hope is independent from any other program I can imagine. There's no red tape. They do what they need to do for the individual.
We do a minimum of 2 in-home visits a month. They don't have to be transported or taken out of their home, or even on bad days, we go to them.
To make a phone call, it's very difficult for me to do it. He won't do it for me, he makes you do the work. Sometimes he'll make a phone call with me there and we are on speaker, because I might be not asking the right questions, so he'll step in and formulate the question and then try to explain it to me.
We're pretty holistic. We look at all aspects of the person, socially, emotionally, psychiatrically, medically. We want to make sure that their needs are met. We provide resources, we provide information.
John is really amazing. He doesn't tell you what you want to hear. He'll tell you the truth.
Well, I enjoy Project Hope. It's a joy just to be in their home and seeing progress.
Catholic Charity has a huge umbrella. They are well-oiled and greased organization. I have my counselor here, my psychiatrist is here, Project Hope is here, and before I went through Catholic Charity, I was headed for a nervous breakdown, meaning that I couldn't handle anything that was thrown at me. They give you the directions of staying on the right road, so to speak. But there's always going to be bumps in the road, and it's how you deal with those bumps and who can help you deal with the bumps. And that's what Project Hope does also.